On this week's breaking news, Mattel is on the warpath, February sets are on the way, and our Minecraft movie sets are already being revealed. That and much, much more on this week's episode of the Breaking News. Today's episode is brought to you by Back to Brickware, my newest venture into the Eiffel merchandise, the ultimate Lego-inspired clothing line that's not just fashionable, but also celebrates the very foundation of the Lego system we all know and love. Imagine minimalist designs that seamlessly blend style and nostalgia. Back to Brickware brings you high-quality apparel inspired by the iconic Lego bricks we know and love. Each piece is crafted with precision and attention to detail, making it a must-have for any Lego enthusiast. These aren't just your average threads. We're talking about minimalist designs that don't scream at you, but just show your nerddom in a classy way. And of course, they're inspired by designs found in the Lego system. And you know what screams quality? Embroidery. Almost every piece is stitched with love, featuring those iconic Lego elements. It's like wearing your childhood memories, but making them fashionable. So whether you're a hardcore Eiffel or just want to rock some seriously cool gear, check out the Back to Brickware page on Etsy. Dive into the collection, embrace the Lego spirit, and let's make some memories together. Back to Brickware, where the style meets nostalgia. Head over to the Back to Brick Etsy page and let the fashion adventure begin. Happy building, my friends.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Brick. I'm your host Garrett, and this is the podcast where we talk with fellow Eiffels about their Lego designs, and we get down to the breaking news to talk about all things Lego has been up to for the past week. Thank you for tuning in to the podcast. If you're new, welcome. And if you're old, continue to welcome you back. I hope that you are still enjoying the podcast as I continue to produce it. Coming into our 5th season, episode 5, and we're going to be coming up on the 5-year anniversary here in April. So I'm excited for you all to continue listening and inviting new friends to come listen. I'm going to thank our patrons over at Patreon. They get the podcast early, and they also get it with ad-free, and of course some other fun things that I'm creating. So I want to thank Bellefonte Brick Studio, Jimmy Tucker, Ryan Ez, David, Matthew Vander Boogart, Paul Snellen, Lee Jackson, and Pop's Block Shop. Thank you for being supporters. I really appreciate it. Today, we're going to be talking about a few sets, not a ton of new stuff, but more than I expected. I did want to throw out that 2 of my ideas are over on the Lego Ideas Contest for the 90s, the Men in Black Neuralizer and the Magic School Bus. So if you could help support those by leaving comments, then maybe they'll say, oh yeah, let's put this into the next round to get voted on. And another note, I will not be having an episode come out next week. We're going to be in Ireland for a wedding, and I'll be traveling around without my equipment. So it's going to be a week off for us as I celebrate a little bit of vacation time. And you can still continue to listen. There's a ton of interviews from way back when, as well as the news from, well, the past 5 years at this point. We'll be doing our set review on 10342, the pretty pink flower bouquets. We'll be talking about the Botanical series. And our rubricable review will be Tales of Gondor by Brick_Lizard. So I'm excited to talk about both of those after this week's news. All right, let's get into our first story. Star Wars is coming back with their helmet series. Now, they've been doing this since 2020, but it's kind of stopped in 2023, but it's coming back with a few of them. But our first one that has been revealed is the AT-AT Driver, set 75429, and it'll be released on March 1st. It's 730 pieces, and it'll cost $69.99. I guess it's bounced back and forth from $79 to $69, so this is a good price for that. And I have to say, it's probably one of the best of the helmet series. It's a take on kind of a blend of the TIE Fighter with a little bit of the Stormtrooper, but in all gray with some better angling, I'd say, as they've adapted that over the years. And this is just one of them coming out. The AT-AT Driver helmet is just, and it's one of the other iconic helmets alongside 2 others that are going to be coming, Kylo Ren's helmet and Jango Fett's. So I'm excited to see both of those coming out sometime this summer. Let's dive into February's shopping list. Our first thing we're going to get is the flower arrangement. It's $110, and this is the one that has the potted plants with the flowers kind of bursting out of the sides of it. I do like this one a lot. I actually thought it came out in January, but I guess they pushed this one to the next month. We're getting 3 brickheads, Dumbo, Eeyore, and the Red Panda May, all at $10 per piece. Ideas, we're getting the Twilight, the Cullens house, $220. As I said, that I don't really care for the theme, but the house is pretty cool. Seasonal, we're getting the Easter Bunny and egg hunt and the decorative Easter eggs. And both of those are, well, very seasonal as we're coming up on the Easter season. You also will get a gift with purchase, the Celebration Series Valentine's Box Day, if you spend $75 or more. And it's pretty cute. I think that's a fun little gift with purchase for the Valentine's Day season. Pretty short list, but March seems to be packed, so we'll get ready for that March release timeframe. And then it'll be May, right around the corner from there for our Star Wars big releases. LEGO has announced a new icons line, Restaurants of the World, and their first one is the French Cafe. It's going to be $79.99 and 1,101 pieces and come out on March 1st. And when I first saw it, I was like, this is awesome. It looks beautiful. Can't wait to see what's inside of it. Until I realized that there is no interior. It's just some plates that look like there's an interior and some bricks. The outside looks nice. It's got a really nice coloring with light nougat, I guess would be the coloring. They've got chairs and the backs are parrots, but and they've done these like restaurants and houses from around the world as gifts with purchase, but this is their first set, and to be honest, I have no idea what this is for. There's no modular section to it. It would be nice if they had that. I would have definitely bought it because it's a smaller version of a modular instead of buying the large scale ones that they do once a year. So I don't know. Looks nice, but it'll be nice for the modding community as they build a full restaurant in the backside of it. But otherwise, I don't really know who this is for. LEGO Marvel Spider-Man Explorer, the Spider-Verse, is coming out in a book form, and it jumps into the different characters that we've seen, the different mechs, as they've done the TV show, and it's more kiddie than anything in the book series that we've seen for a lot of them. It's only $17, and you can find it on Amazon and in the UK right now, but it does come with an exclusive minifigure, the Cyborg Spider-Man minifigure, which looks like Spider-Man, but it's all ripped up. And then the eyes are a cyborg style, multiple lenses, and the arm is metal. Otherwise, yeah, if you like Spider-Man, it's a fun book. The LEGO One Piece theme we talked about really quick last week is officially coming out. It was released on the One Piece Twitter or X, and talking about what we can see upcoming. They only teased the hat from one of the main characters, and I'm gonna guess we're gonna get their pirate ship or whatever. I need to really still dive into it, as over 1,000 episodes takes a long time, but I might just watch the live action one to get the gist of what's happening. But for all those fans of anime, hopefully we'll see this, as well as Gimli Studios and a bunch of other animes coming to LEGO. LEGO's offering a free modular building poster for the anniversary. This is the tribute to 20 years of the modular collection, and it's got all of them in a beautiful art piece, and it's free. So that's a nice addition to that, as you can have a wonderful art piece behind or near your modulars if you've collected them all. And if you haven't, it's just you can kind of circle the ones that you need to get. And then once you do, you can put up a new poster. But it seems they already messed up one of them. The modular set for the brick bank shows that it has a 4-window section with the main entryway, but there's actually only 3 windows, one as the main entryway. So I don't know how they messed that up. I mean, the graphics designers have all this information and this equipment. If they had turned it at an angle, maybe, because it does have the corner section to it. But yeah, that was a kind of a mistake. There's a free poster, so if you want to get it, you can even kind of tape over that and fix it yourself if you want. But free is free. Rebuild the Galaxy was one of LEGO's best ventures in the TV world, and I still haven't watched it. Yeah, I know, I need to get on it. But the overall feel of the show, as well as the sets that they came out with, were just really cool and a great way of switching things up a bit. And it looks like we're getting another one. They're not done with it yet. Come September of 2024 was when it came out, but we're going to get another one at $50 at 349 pieces. Not sure exactly what it could be, but there are a lot of really fun additions that they've had from the show, so why not throw some out there to be some creative ways, where they did like the Sandcrawler with AT-AT legs. They have a chance to have some other creative designs and continuing on that push for the show, and hopefully we'll get a season 2. There's already been leaks about the upcoming Ultimate Collector Series Jango Fett Slave 1. Now, the thing is, I mean, people are like, well, maybe, but it does have a cockpit piece that was patented. So it's likely that we're going to get that. But it looks like there's also a rumor of a new Jango Fett playscale version. The Slave one did come out in a one back when the that was the Clone Wars, or excuse me, the Attack of the Clones movie did come out, and so it's been quite a while for this. So getting an Ultimate Collector Series and a playscale, I guess, is a good way to give the opportunity for everybody to have a Jango Fett ship. And maybe not having exclusive minifigures, I guess we'll see on that. But the new UCS is supposed to have 1,000 more pieces, so hopefully it'll be like the Razor Crest, having a full interior, other cool features. The Minecraft movie is on its way. To me, it looks like crap, but I'm not a Minecraft fan, so I'm going to guess my nephew's going to be obsessed with it. And LEGO has released their latest sets for the movie. First one is Woodland Mansion Fighting Ring. It's $50, 491 pieces, and will release on March 1st. And it's got a bunch of characters with a chicken, and it looks like a war pig or something coming. The Ghost Balloon Village Attack. So you've got one of the big ghosts, and there's just kind of some play scale of village, and of course more and more characters, and quite a few others. We've already had some of them coming out this January, but likely to get some more come June timeframe, as the movie will be coming out in the summertime. The Bricklink Designer Program Series 7 has ended, and hopefully you got your model in so that it can be under consideration for the new series. But the real news is the Bricklink Designer Program Series 3 shipping date has been confirmed for March 1st. That means for all those sets that you purchase, the Harbor Master Office, the Lost City, the Art of Chocolate, Forest Stronghold, and Camping Adventure have all been sold. Well, I don't think they all sold out, but they will be shipped on March timeframe. So make sure your payment is updated so that the ones you've already purchased will be coming. I did the Art of the Chocolate because I thought that was really fun. It could be a great addition to the line of sets for my winter village. LEGO's revealed a new art series. This is Vincent van Gogh's Sunflowers. Now, it's a continuation of what they did for Starry Night, and this one is a total of 2,615 pieces and will cost $200 and release on March 1st. It's really well done. I love the coloring because it is all yellow, but there's different aspects to it, where it's got the darker yellow, the bright light yellow, browns, as well as a blue for the vase, as well as his signature on the vase. And I like that they did the background not just as tiles, but there's stud sections as well, probably because they didn't change all the pieces to tiles at this point. But the flowers look like sunflowers, and if you put it next to the model, the actual photo, which they actually got the chance to look at it and create this epic design for it. At $200, it's one of the highest price of art pieces, but I think it's one of their best yet. And I actually did a video that just came out where you can go see my top 10 next recommended ones to see what should be next. And there are some controversial ones in there, so you can go and check that out and give me a comment or like and tell me what you think should be next as well. There's going to be a build event for these sunflowers that you can take home from your local LEGO store. And it's going to be on March 1st from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on March 2nd. That's in the UK and Ireland right now. But it doesn't mean that you won't be able to do it in the US, because they usually bring that stuff over and change things up. And it has some of this minifigure scale sunflowers, and then they'll probably post the instructions, or someone will. I think it's one of their best ones for gift with purchase because it looks just like it. It has some depth, as well as some piece colors that you might not find in your Bricklink orders very often. So that's really nice. I love the gift with purchase, or excuse me, the take home builds. Huntsville, Alabama is going to be getting its first LEGO store ever. This is the first in all of Alabama, and it's going to have a pick and brick wall as well as build your own minifigure feature, and it'll be coming this spring. So a lot of people are going to actually get the chance to go and play with LEGO in a LEGO store in Alabama, which I'm so surprised some of these states don't have LEGO stores. It took forever to get Pittsburgh, and that's where I've lived most of my life. So and it does now, but only in one place. And I don't think there's any other than like Philadelphia. So there's a whole gap there as well. But that's exciting. Continue having more LEGO stores that I have to go get stamps for. Now until February 7th, you can go and get some botanical sets at a discount. They have bundles you can get. So they've got a bundle for the tiny plants as well as the succulents that give you 15% off, as well as the flower bouquet and the wildflower bouquet. And then they have a gift with purchase, which is going to be the tiny field flowers. So you've got a little daffodil, daisy, and I think that's, I always forget, it's like goldenrod, I think is what it's called. So you can go and enjoy some more botanical as we come into the spring season. Now, this is some big news. On International Lego Day, company decided that they were going to come in and submit their own design for Lego bricks, and will come in and submit their own design for bricks. Mattel is coming after Lego with some of their own bricks. They're legitimately Lego bricks with Mattel stamped on them, and the announcement is something that I did not see coming. There was no expectation. It's called the Mattel Brick Shop. And our commitment is to deliver building sets that surpass builders' expectations with elevated design and authentic details at accessible price points. And I'm looking forward to revealing our first product here in a few months. Now, does that mean we're going to get sets that are going to be far cheaper than Lego? It's very possible, which could drive the price down for Lego sets, which would be nice. But I'm excited to see exactly what they're going to use. I mean, they've got a lot of material for Mattel, so they could have some sets that are going to compete with Lego. Brickshelf. It's one of the first Lego websites that I actually went on. This is where you could share your Lego builds as well as mostly photos of what you've built, sometimes instructions. And the amount of pieces I bought to match those sets that people have built. I mean, it goes back all the way into college, which was 2011. Yes, I know I'm old. And it's going to be shut down as the founder has recently passed away. Kevin M. Locke Estate will be shutting down his website on March 1st. So if you want to go over there and check out some of those amazing pictures and builds, and if you have things over there and don't have them on Flickr or Instagram, it's time to go and download them and put them somewhere else. But this is kind of sad to see this being shut down. I mean, I don't know if it was monetized at all. It just became a place for Lego lovers to submit their wonderful designs for everybody to see. And that's all the breaking news we have this week. Thank you for tuning in to this week's podcast. I appreciate all of you coming and listening to me talk about the news, and hopefully you learned a few things. Now, we will be diving into our set reviews now. Our first set is 10342, the Pretty Pink Flower Bouquet. I actually just purchased this as it's going to be for a gift, and it just looks really beautifully done. It's an 18 plus set. It's 749 pieces. You'll get 390 insiders points, and it does have a review of 53 reviews at 4.5 stars, and it'll cost $60. So it's got a good price per piece count. And the flowers themselves, they did an amazing job with using the pieces that we have seen through some of our botanical sets, but some that we haven't. The roses have been made as a rose bouquet, but these are pink roses now, and they even have some lilies that have the newer leaf pieces to them. And of course, you got to throw a frog in, and that's part of the stamen there. They even have some of the other razored leaf pieces that are 1x3s that are now in white. It's shield pieces using for petals. It's just really, really well done. As the bouquets continue to expand, I mean, you could have an entire room filled with so many different bouquet flowers. Let me see if I can run through them and actually pronounce them correctly. We've got daisies, we've got cornflowers, we've got eucalyptus, elder flowers, roses, ranunculus, cumulus orchids, and campanula and water lily dahlia. So I did okay on those, I'd say. But I still want them to come out with a vase. They need to have a vase for these, unless they just don't want people to be limited to those types of vases. They do those for some of the smaller sets. And having these is a continuation of a great line, as well as having them for springtime. Recommend getting them. There's a link in the description. That's an affiliate link, so you can support the podcast and have something for your partner come the Valentine's Day, or just to brighten up your house for spring without killing them. All right, our rubric of overview is Tales of Gondor. This is by Brick Lizard. It's 385 pieces, and it's a Lord of the Rings focused set. And guess what? It's free. So you can go and download the instructions now to have that. Now, Tales of Gondor, it has Minas Tirith, which is pretty much the main castle or city for the realm of man that is right next to Mordor. And it has some of the great details to it. It's got the white tree at the top. It's got its main structure coming outwards from the center of the city, and its great wall with a great gate. And then around it has the city structure and the mountains. It is set back a little ways into the mountain. I think that's just because this is part of like the Tales of Space series, where it has the little vignettes to go into the different stories, and he's got a couple others that go with this, so they're all free as well right now. And he even has some classic space series and Rock Raiders and so many others that can be added in addition to this. But the most fun feature for me is it has some transparent pieces at the top and on the side near the mountain for the beacons of Gondor calling for aid. And they actually do light up with a light up brick. So cool. Great addition to that. Wouldn't have even thought of that. And having that just makes it just that little bit more detail and design for such a creative build. So I'd highly recommend you go download that since it's free. And yeah, really fun way to continue having these Tales of Space design for something like this. All right, everyone, that's all I have this week. Thank you again for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast as well as YouTube, and I'm going to be uploading that latest video on what I think should be the next art series. And have a wonderful week as well as a next week, since I will not be having the next podcast until Valentine's Day on the 14th. And I'll be videotaping, of course, as I will be celebrating the Ireland Lego store in Dublin. And of course, it will be February 1st. I don't think I'll be making it to the store on the 1st, but I definitely will right in that time frame. All right, everyone, I'll leave you as I always do. Get creative, get out there, and go build something.